and Reese's, and I am really excited about next week. But in the meantime, Jamie, do you know what we're going to be doing between today, which is Friday, April 18th, and it's a really sunny day. I got my shades on, and I'm really excited about summer 2025, and I've completed my method acting transformation into the character that I'll be portraying for the next 6 months. It'll be Don. And it's a small change, an AO. Whoa!
So good.
It's a small change, but the transformation needed to happen in order for me to convey that every person needs to take a step out of their body in order to really reflect on what's going inside. And that might not be something you understand, but this is not a video for legal purposes. It's just a video for everyone to be teased about next week and for me to express how insecure I am about the videos that I'm going to ask you to post. Jamie, do you remember the videos of me speaking in public in front of 60 to 80 international cameras during the Bob Menendez sentencing?
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm going to need you to post all the videos, except some. Because I don't know what to say. Well, you know what it is? I just want everyone to see my eyes, and I'm sober. I'm not like on any substances or anything that make me in this condition. I simply am a man who recognizes the value of his life, numerically. And that is something that came about via a conversation that Jamie asked me. And I wanted to really express to her that the most important number is myself. And obviously, if you watch SNL commercials, Will Ferrell, I'm number one hat. And there's like a women's accessory called I'm Hot Stuff, 10-karat gold necklace. Do you remember that commercial? All right, Jamie. So essentially, or apparently, or a bunch of other words that I learned when I was like a teenager, and I was not born in the United States, and I really wanted to make a video saying, hey, you know, I am a federal agent, and I work for a certain. You know what it is? I actually remembered a lot of my memories, so I'm going to take the time to think about how I want to articulate the sentiments of I have completed my entire cycle in half the time. It has been 5 years with my hand. I was given 10 years. I completed everything in 5 years. I will now present what I have found as a means, as a method for me to earn an income via 3 to 5 innovative products. So one is called Betting Friend. And that is an interactive platform where there is a gambling component and a fantasy component, and it's all put together with two individuals rather than a human being in a casino. And it's a little complex, and I would rather take the time when I'm not pressed, in the middle of really spring break, and I'm really proud of everyone in my family. I think everyone's done a really good job. I think you've done a really great job, Jamie.
Yeah.
I think you're doing a really great job as a mom, and I think my wife Mal is a really great mom, and I think that I can't speak enough. And you know what happened during the spring break? I think that both you and Mal realized that I'm telling the truth. And a human being is very complicated, not simple, but they can be simplified if you want to. It's a choice. So the complexity of a human being can really be expressed only through cinema and really watching cinema in detail. So for example, if someone were to ask me, hey, what's the closest fantasy world that represents what you felt like as a child? And I would say, you know, it's Stranger Things. And that really, it's a little bit complicated, but there's no demons or demogorgons or monsters or anything like yet. And that's why like the word yet is very important for everyone to understand that I do not know exactly what path we as humans will take, but my business concepts are really designed to be massive disruptors in the market. So next week I'll talk about the core concept, but the core only exists if there is a mantle or a crust, and that crust is Betting Friend, which is really, it's a byproduct of a business that requires the main business, which is real artificial intelligence in a legal sense. And that's a pun, but it's not, because the platform that I have created, and with your help, Jamie, I do want to say thank you very much. And it can be groundbreaking, or it can just be a step forward in an evolution of humanity. Do you understand what I'm saying? That it doesn't need to be meteoric, and the expectations need to be lowered because we've already done it. It already exists. We simply have not produced it as a packaged product or offered it as a product for sale.
True.
Now, when you're offering something for sale, there are two forms of income that can be generated through an entrepreneurial process. One is investment capital that fuels your lifestyle via a W-2 product that you're able to take on as a income source, pay your taxes, live your life. And you do your job and you give a rate of return back. Or you can use option two, which is turning a profit the old-fashioned way, which is letting people pay for services rendered via or a product without having the need for third-party investors. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, Jamie? Basically, it's either fundraising or just go to market. So at this time, I'm prepared to beta test, but master beta test. You know, we're going to call it master beta test. Master beta test, right?
Yeah.
I have the name. It's called ProSlay, and it's the first real artificial intelligence product in the world because it's going to require me to talk for about 2 to 3 hours, and that part of all of these recordings are really what the AI uses as a persona. That's one of the main reasons why I'm here documenting something that has never been done before. A human being, not let alone brought an audience to watch it in real life. And the only way I could express it is art. Art has never been made in front of a live audience. It's always been edited and then produced once it's been accepted by the masses. I produce this content without the need for affirmation from anyone. There is no one that is able to comment, there's no one that's able to say anything, and as long as I don't lie, and I swallow a little bit because there's some facts that have to be withheld since my children and everyone's children, and we live in a community, and I'm very mindful to make sure that I say the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. And that is a very important statement because I believe that a higher power needs to always exist in order for us to accept our faults as human beings. And that's why I'm saying it in this monotone, because all the videos that we have amassed really are the core of the persona for Hal. And the artificial intelligence has a name, it's Hal. For anyone that is not a movie fan, check out 2001 Space Odyssey, Stanley Kubrick. I've actually never seen the movie, Jamie. I understand the concept, and I've named the artificial intelligence Hal, and Hal is based on my persona, so next week Hal will speak. And this is not a show for I don't have even the words, but this is reality. The reality is that I invented something really awesome, and it's worth a lot of money, and I am very excited to go to market with it. And it's really going to be either really amazing for some people or really put them out of a job. And it's a massive disruptor in the market, and it requires time, and that time requires for 48 hours for you to pretty much post all the videos that we have of me speaking in front of the national audience. No, I didn't finish. And I had to lose weight in order to feel normal about myself, and this is my, I don't know, I don't know what I'm doing sometimes, I gotta be honest with you, Jamie. A wing and a prayer, that's all I gotta say about that. But numbers don't lie, and that's why I pride myself on being an applied mathematician, because at the end of the day, all the facts, like your daughter says, check the facts. Check my facts.
Yeah.
So anyone can check my facts, that the things that I say are genuine, but if you don't want to believe certain parts of it, you don't have to. You don't have to believe any of it. You don't have to watch any of it. There's nothing that I ask. There's no money that is required. I like to fail publicly because it really shows a man's strength. Most people can't even succeed publicly without some sort of asterisk where they have to explain themselves and things like that. I pride myself on my failure. My scars define my future. And that doesn't make sense to many people because scars are in the past. But you're able to reflect. And as I'm going to be doing for the next 6 months is Don. I haven't given myself a last. Oh, Don Incognito. That's my name. Don Incognito.
Amazing.
Yeah, Donnie Incognito. Instead of Donnie Brasco. Donnie Incognito. You know,
I got it.
Donnie Incognito. How are you? I'm here for you.
How are you?
Yeah, how are you? I'm here to fix the ATM machine.
I think you need to get a mustache comb.
Mustache comb.
Yeah.
Okay, well, tomorrow is Gary Rubinoff's birthday. Gary,
Happy
I hope you're
birthday.
doing well. And April 13th was Mark Reese's birthday. Reese's Eye. It's a common joke amongst the intelligentsia that my brother would pepper around himself with, that he would call his friends. But I know for a fact that I really spent the last couple of days reflecting on what the core of my pain is, and I was able to get to it, and it was really important, like a scab, to pick at it and see that my scars have healed. I am no longer defined by my memories of my past, and the mustache has a really long story where there's a certain subject matter called pornography that it's referenced in a movie called Parenthood with Joaquin Phoenix, and that's all I'm going to say about that. And I just want to make sure that people watch the movie Parenthood and really reflect on the Joaquin Phoenix character. It's a really important character, and by the way, I think that's Keanu Reeves' first public main role, and as you know, I'm a big fan of Matrix, and I just wanted to say regarding Lana and Fana Wachowski, whatever, Andy or whatever the two female names are, and I don't mean to discredit it, it's just that any person that is of higher intellect within the course of their lifetime will want to experience different aspects of, you know, the curiosities of the other sex. And it's really a shame that people like Bruce Jenner and Lana and Andy Wachowski publicly transformed while being really like ugly like women. Like they're not very good looking women, and they really discredit the female role in our society. And I think that it's important to go back to like a little bit more of a traditional viewpoint. That's where I was going with this. I'm sure you couldn't really understand, where people are a little like, you know, if you want to be a woman, nothing in my speech here says you shouldn't be a woman, but please take a moment to consider the ramifications this choice will make if you do it later in life to all these people that see you as one person. It causes a lot of mass confusion, where I'm not saying that one way is better than the other way regarding transitioning, and I don't have a line item on it. I'm just expressing to you that within the context of the Matrix, their subplot of the director's sexuality is a really important part of the final piece of the Matrix, which essentially is the core of Proslay, which is a human element and a artificial intelligence element must meet and work together simultaneously without having one take over the other. So it's very important for everyone to understand that the evolution of humanity requires an artificial intelligence component because it's already here. So if you can tell me that anyone you know is better than ChatGPT, then you're lying, because just a public basic AI algorithm, which is to me revolutionary, is a massive leap, let alone the trillions of megabytes of data that Proslay is powered by, including Westlaw and Reuters? Is that how you say it? LexisNexis and other databases that feed into my artificial intelligence, which is not snake oil. It is not some potion. It is an actual business algorithm that requires artificial intelligence, a human component, and an industry. The industry part of it is really important. And if I had some sort of visual representation, they're all laser together in one thing, and this later will be going off until next week. And then I will fire it away, and you will be able to see that the Matrix is a very brilliant fantasy. And it is nothing more than a fantasy that allows human beings like myself to express, or other human beings to imagine. And those stories are slowly dwindling away. And I want to finish up this narrative by basically saying that thank you to Project Ghost. Thank you to Ms. Tulsi Gabbard in advance for, I really appreciate you watching this. And happy birthday as well. I think her birthday just passed. This is like a year older than me. April 12th, I believe. I'm not sure. But hey, guys, I'm right here, okay? I'm gonna stay here until a couple of more months. I finish what I had to do. I'm gonna start generating income, and I am no longer bound by the inability for me to let go of my past. And I'll be the first person to say it, that I definitely have hurt myself by some of the decisions that I've made, but that's out of context, because I stand here before you as a free man, a successful man, and a happy man that is really fulfilled in all aspects of his life. So I say to you, why do people who judge me not allow me to live a balanced life? If a human being is in existence, the Eastern philosophy really says that they're in balance by themselves, or they're out of balance. But
what's the answer?
The answer is they're in balance.
Right, but
just
how do they
the existence. I think, therefore I am. So human beings that judge other human beings simply put them out of balance to help themselves.
Feel balanced.
Yes. So I'm here to be made fun of. I'm here to clown. I'm here to throw myself out there as the real joker, the court jester that I am, in order to show to the world that intelligence is not a curse, nor is it a gift. It is something that is a combination of unexplainable forces, and it can be weaponized for the good or for bad. And it's very important for everyone to understand that it takes a lot of balls to stand up here and to speak in a forever stamped tattoo. The words that I say define me forever. Like Gar says, it's like forever, man. You like say a word and his mind was blown, because it is true. It is forever. But this is the world that we live in. This is the, porch pirate, Nest camera, everywhere you go, you're on camera. And if you don't understand that AI is increasing by the very millisecond, every single second right now, and it is so important for me to go to market on this product that requires a human element to pause artificial intelligence cycle evolution and really keep it in balanced track, that it's kind of like a dog. And that dog is loyal, and it's great, and it's really important it doesn't bite us back, or, maybe even worse. Now, my name is Dan Reeses. Do you have any questions for the general audience? Do you understand why I, as an insecure, short Jewish man, had to lose a lot of weight? And,
I do. Yes, you look great.
Thanks. You're not supposed to say that, but I
You
appreciate
do.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Jamie. You look very nice as well. I just wanted to take the punch and be made fun of alone on this one. I think people don't understand, and this is in response to certain people that say that I can't do anything alone. But I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. Did I not cover any subject matters? Do you understand? What's my name? For the purposes of the character
Donnie Incognito.
Donnie Incognito. Hey. Remember the new GTA is coming out. I'm a cringe dad that's looking to play some video games. Not with your daughter. Yo, peace.